Hi, my name is Darian Garcia. This is Big A Ads Best News. It has come to my attention a very sad story from the Central Valley. This happened in Visalia, California. That's basically the South Valley. Fresno is like in the central and of course the north, the Sacramento area, Merced to be exact. But here's the story. It's basically it comes in a video entitled It Gets Better. Eric James of 19 describes the pain he had endured when he was bullied for being gay. Eric James was stalked, spit on, criticized, and physically assaulted. On Wednesday, just 1 month after making the video, James took his own life. His death has broken the hearts of his close friends and local gay rights activists. And we're going to go ahead and bring you that video right here. That's actually of his.
My name is Eric James Borges, and I'm 19. A little over a year ago, I came out as a gay man. Whether you're in middle school, high school, or college, and are an LGBTQ youth, I know how you feel. I was raised in an extremist Christian household. My earliest recollections of my experience with relentless and ongoing bullying was in kindergarten, but of course to a lesser degree. The other students always knew I was different and seemed to sense that I didn't like girls. Throughout elementary, junior high, and high school, it got progressively worse. I was physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally assaulted on a day-to-day basis for my perceived sexual orientation. I could not talk or go anywhere without someone saying or doing something. My name was not Eric, but faggot. I was stalked, spit on, ostracized, and physically assaulted. I developed chronic 24-hour migraines along with a slew of other problems. High school was no different. I reached my limit when I was assaulted in a full classroom with a teacher present. I dropped out, went on independent studies, graduated early, and started college. My freshman semester at college was a nightmare. My mother knew I was gay and performed an exorcism on me in an attempt to cure me. My anxiety, depression, self-loathing, and suicidal thoughts spiked. I had nowhere safe to go, either at home or school. I was being taught that the inherent very essence of my being was unattainable and unacceptable. I came out officially when I was a sophomore in college. My parents told me that, among other things, that I was disgusting, perverted, unnatural, and damned to hell. About 2 months ago, they officially kicked me out of my house. I know it is hard, and I know what it feels like to be rejected and abused for your biological sexual orientation. I know how it feels to live in a world of government-sanctioned homophobia. But I refuse to be treated as a second-class citizen. I came out in an attempt to educate others about the consequences of homophobia and the adverse effects it had on my life. I also came out to let my friends know that they do indeed have a member of the LGBTQ community in their lives, and it has made a difference. The friends I lost were few, and yes, I lost my family. And not every coming out story is as graphic as mine. However, I'm giving you this condensed history of my background to tell you this: it gets better. Now, I am a supplemental instructor of sexuality, a freelance guest speaker, a published writer, and I work for the Trevor Project, the world's largest organization focused on suicide and crisis prevention among LGBTQ youth. I have met and befriended the most incredible and authentic people since I've come out. They are so giving, loving, and accepting that it is staggering. Back when I was in the closet, I never dreamed that I would be able to express my sexuality and have a normal relationship. I have, and you will too. You will date, fall in love, fall out of love, have your heart broken, just like the rest of us. You will love and be loved, and I love you. You have an entire life fit to burst with opportunities ahead of you. Don't ever give up, and don't ever for 1 second think that you're not a valuable and beautiful contribution to this world. It gets better. With love, from Eric James. Lastly, I'd like to share with you a letter from a professor at my college who has become a very good friend of mine. He wrote, "I know that the It Gets Better campaign might feel far removed from your situation, but know that there are many beautiful individuals just like you that have struggled with marginalization from well-meaning folks whose minds are clouded by ignorance. One day, you will experience such a different system of support. You'll be staggered at the level of sincere love and appreciation that floods your life from all sides. Just remember, it does get better. You are not alone. I am proud of you for being who you are. You have a wonderful heart and intellect and will find peace in your future that may seem wholly foreign at this point. I know it. Believe it, my friend, and it will happen." And he was right, and the same applies to you.
Eric was going to college as supported and just recently made a short film about equal love. His friends and say he runs a study film at the UCLA. I'm sure that's in Los Angeles, perhaps, and next year. And basically, it talks about that, and we have that film too, and we'll go ahead and bring you that one video. That was pretty something. But before I bring you that one, also point out the video you just got done seeing. He was talking about basically what his family did. It was interesting to see that they try to basically do an exorcism on him, thinking he was possessed by a demon. I guess they thought, well, usually read demons and satanic type stuff will work on getting rid of gayness. Also a big fail. That's the family didn't bother reading the Bible, more details. But it's a shame they had to waste time on that one. And to make things worse, they actually threw him out of the home too, of course, as he brought up in the video, which was sad. That's probably what just put this guy getting spiraling right down the hill, and he almost basically just couldn't handle him. I mean, his family deserted him, which is just heartbroken. But he did have the love of his supporters and his family, his friends, which basically became his family. And you're going to basically see his other video he had made that talked about right there, which basically what this is. Eric was going to college of course and just made a short film about equal love and his friends, and said he wanted to study the film at UCLA next year. anything's learned by these sad videos, that people need to really just learn, just to stop the hate and stop bullying. We've seen the consequences of bullies. I mean, some of the videos just on my profile here on YouTube tell that, like the Brian Danke story or the Matthew Shepard story, which you can find both stuff on bigadsbestnews.com, things like that. And it's just, people, what's seeing people just don't get along. And what's sad is these are two different groups too, growing up in there. One's about Matthew Shepard, who was gay, and the other one's Brian Danke, was in the punk rock scene. Both were murdered, though. As you could probably see when you Google it. Even those things don't even get along with each other in these days, and it's just pretty much sad that people don't want to get along. Interesting to see how discrimination just goes. It's just something that affects people, gays, lesbians, straights, Christians, Muslims, and just people with disabilities and other groups and ethnics, and it's just unbelievable what society is, and people just can't try to get along. People want to preach hate and religion and things, and yeah, there's some stuff in religion that tells things that are sins, I'm not there to debate that, but, but it tells the truth. And but, there's one thing that, I guess his family did forget, God had always offered and opened his hands to all people to go to him, to believe in Christianity, and his family, they lost touch of that when they threw him out the door, and they shouldn't have done that, which was sad. If anything people can learn from these videos is stop the hate, it just doesn't pay off to be rude, hateful, or anything, but it's just unbelievable, not to get too much into politics, Barack Obama passed all these laws that they go against bullying, discrimination against gays, lesbians, and homosexuals, and plus, of course, people with disabilities. I believe someone in California may have gotten charged with something related to a hate crime against a person with disabilities. I was one of the first, of course, related to that, if I'm correct, on the article right on hand right now. But so these laws, some of these laws do come in handy, and this is, of course, add on top of the pre-existing laws that defended women, African Americans, otherwise Mexicans, and otherwise minorities, or whatever they would call it. But that's basically what it is. And the tech, until it added this on top of the existing laws that pre-existed for decades and years, It's pretty interesting to see how society is, There's a lot to learn, And hopefully that, the sad for his friends of this guy, who had a lot of supporters on this site. He was on some major organization is out there. It's called It's Getting Better, with several videos, and he has support of friends, and, they basically became his family, after his biological relatives. I can't necessarily say all of them, because hopefully God, all of them did not desert him, but it does sound like his mother and them threw him out the door. That's pretty darn heartbreaking to hear. But I'm pretty sure his mother regrets it now, Of course, now that he sadly took his life. And more importantly, people, there is help out there, so please do not commit suicide. It's very serious and dangerous. Don't do it. It's not worth it, I mean, there's a lot of things that talk about it, they talk about in religion, the Bible, the Quran, even in Islam they talk about it. Just don't do it. Just don't. It's not worth it, I don't even want to know what happens to us when we kill ourselves, so I wouldn't want to do it, So, the matter is just don't, there's people that will help you. Look for help. I even have links on my main website, bigadsbestnews.com. It'll actually scroll stories about music videos and preventing related to drinking, driving, and suicidal, so you can learn about these things. That there's numbers, there's organizations that will be willing to help you. If you even think of the urge of it, dial 911. There's someone that will likely be able to try to help you. And more in any case, find help. Ask friends for help. Ones that do really care. Because no matter if you think no one doesn't want you around, there's always someone that's going to miss you or want you when you're gone. So just don't do it, Anything's learned from this. I mean, people just need to stop the hate. And God bless this poor kid, so it's so sad he had to take his life, It's coming so common nowadays, and gays killing themselves. It happened last year with 3 or 4 of them. It was back-to-back incidents like this last year or the year before, and it was just awful. So if anything, hopefully peace, love, and care, and ask a friend's help, and God bless. Thank you. This is Darren Garcia for BigAdsBestNews.com. Thank you.